Fiji, one of the happiest places on Earth, a remote, tropical country in the South Pacific, so remote that the nearest neighbouring continent is over 1,600 miles away. And I'm here on a mission to explore how diving is helping to protect one of the ocean's most misunderstood predators. Fiji's made up of over 300 islands, with over 100 of them permanently inhabited. But my journey starts in Nadi, situated on the country's largest island, Viti Levu. Currently on my way to the port here on the Fijian island of Viti Levu, and we're on our way to an island called Kuata, part of the Yasawa Islands. And at the very last minute here in Fiji, I was put in touch with a company that organises dives in a sustainable way. That means that money goes back to the community, and it's done in a way which doesn't interfere with shark behaviour. So it's supposedly very sustainable, and it's exciting, not just because I get to dive with bull sharks today and other species of shark as well, but also because I've managed to secure a meetup with a marine biologist who helped to devise this particular dive and make diving with sharks not just an amazing experience, but also something which gives back to the community and which helps fund important research and development efforts. Hey, hola. Sit down. Opposite Kuata is the volcanic island of Ollysee, which is home for many of the staff employed by Barefoot Kuata Resort. And it's my first glimpse of tourism benefiting the community here.
Reach here 7:50, 7:45.
Okay.
And then I go back when I knock off.
So every day you're on the island and then you go back to...
Yes.
And this one is called Waya?
Wailele.
Wailele.
Yes.
Okay.
Mara.
And there's a tunnel underneath to pump fresh water.
Yes. As you can walk through the beach, on the beach surface, there's gonna be a black pipe that runs through the ocean to the village where I stay.
Wow, okay.
And then that's where we're getting the water.
And everybody living in that village comes over to this island to work?
Approximately, yeah, a half of it, yeah.
About half?
Yeah,
okay.
half.
On arrival, it's straight to the dive centre to get changed, a quick safety briefing, and back out to sea. We are just back to shore, and explained to us on the boat on the way back was that a percentage of everyone's dive money goes towards the local community and a percentage goes towards research and development as well. Waiting for me back at Barefoot Kuata is Charlotte, a marine biologist who specialises in shark behaviour. She lives on the island and explains to me how tourism supports both the local community and research efforts.
Actually, the main point of it was to combine science and tourism.
Mm-hmm.
Tourism in the fact that people would be able to meet the shark, to encounter the shark, and to break the stigma of like the bull shark attacking human all the time, which is absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
And combining science, because by attracting the shark at the same place, by making them like a group of shark all the time, we are able to study their behavior, for example. So there is a study about their personality, boldness, shyness, aggressivity and placidity. By understanding the personality of the shark, the genetics of the shark, because the personality comes from the genetics too, we are able to adapt the management and the conservation around the shark.
And how do you balance the demand that comes with tourism, that tourists have to go and see sharks, whilst ensuring that it remains sustainable and a form of responsible tourism, let's say?
Well, first we limit the number of guests at 10, make it private so that the interaction between human and shark remains private too. And that it's not about like having lots of people, having a group of people and bothering the shark. We want to make sure that also we're not too many, because you have as many staff as guests. So we need to balance also the number of people in the water, and by limiting by 10 people, we also limit the staff that we have. So what I do here, I identify the shark. By identifying the shark, we know, so as I told you this morning, who comes, who leaves, who is back from sometimes, which female come back and get pregnant. We can witness the love bite, from like the male biting the female to have reproduction. We give 3% to the local village for the school because we build a bathroom for the children at school, which is amazing. Just something special about this place. It's really combining science, tourism, conservation, local community. It's really a priority.
Ido is a diver based on the island. He takes certified divers and newbies alike to see the sharks up close.
So yeah, one of the biggest missions that we do out here is, first of all, getting this place protected. Getting a reef protected in Fiji is a bit difficult because, first of all, you have people that have been here for years, right? You have the local villagers, they've been fishing here for years. So it doesn't really make sense for someone to come and tell them, you guys can't fish anymore because we want to protect this reef. But once you operate a resort and you employ the people from the village, so they have a job, they don't need to overfish anymore to get money. And by having this place protected, once you have one reef protected, you get the spillover effect. So there's going to be so many fish over here, it's slowly going to start to come down to the other reefs. And you see it, it's something real, you can look it up anywhere.
Do you know if there's been any friction with, any of the local people when it comes to stopping fishing in that way?
Always. You're always going to have friction when you're trying to implement new things, even if they're good, even if they're bad. So the people that are here, they do get money from the resort back, money from the activities. By doing the shark dive, a percentage of what you pay for the shark dive goes back to the village. So by having a better reef, better wildlife, better snorkeling, that eventually goes back to the village. And when we're talking about you fish on a very small amount on the local reefs you have next to your village, then that's not something we deal with because that's your own land. You've been there for years.
I'm only staying here for the day, but for tourists staying at the resort, there's no shortage of comfort. Illy walks me through the kind of experience guests can expect here. Right now, the island's capacity is around 75 people, but with new accommodation under construction, that number is expected to double. For the local community, this growth means more employment opportunities, but it also raises questions about how much tourism the island's ecosystem can handle, and how to balance economic benefits with environmental limits. It's a challenge faced by many small island destinations, and one that will require careful planning as visitor numbers rise.
The definition of paradise.
As I reflect on my short time in Fiji, I'm reminded that tourism, when done responsibly, is a powerful force for good. In places like Kuata, it supports marine conservation, funds coral planting and shark research, and creates meaningful employment and training for local communities. It's also deeply personal, made so by the people. Everywhere I've been, Fijians have been open, warm and generous with their time. Whether it's a dive guide, a village elder or someone simply passing by, conversations come easily here. And in the South Pacific, where the balance between nature, culture and economy is often fragile, Fiji stands as a reminder that tourism can do more than just bring visitors. It can empower communities, protect ecosystems and offer a model for sustainable development across the South Pacific and beyond.